I should not be looking at this stuff. I should not be looking at this stuff. Oh, did you see there was a train set outside too? Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
You see this one? I know you haven't been over this way.
That's the other part of it. That's the only radio I see.
So soft. Oh, it's engraved. been upstairs yet. Magnifying glass ready. Man, $20. Ooh, morning. It's dangerous. Huh. Somebody's wedding gown. Ooh, that's their sewing machine. Maybe headlamp, a headlamp, head base. $5. What's wrong? Oh, she's broke. You're broke. No wonder. Yeah, those suckers. $50. Somebody was really on his own.
This is one way to have a little room.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a big apron. Little bonnets.
$20.
Oh, that's all right. Let's see the rest.
Welcome back to South Georgia Home. My name is Gail. It is a dreary, yucky, rainy Sunday. It rained yesterday, Saturday. Turned off pretty. I mean, it rained in the morning and then the rest of the day was bright and sunshiny and cool. Just wonderful to be out in. Today, not so much. It's rained and now it's just windy and dreary. And I think we're expecting more rain and then rain tomorrow. So the lighting is really bad. And then I've been outside trying to drop tarps in some of the chicken coops. So my hair's all over out of the place. And we've got a couple of projects going on. I've got, my husband wants strawberry pie. My mother-in-law bought a flat of strawberries. In case you didn't know, strawberries are coming. Plant City strawberries are getting ready. They just had their strawberry festival. And this is driving me crazy. They just had their strawberry festival. And she bought some, I think it was a school fundraiser or something like that. She got a flat, which is like 8 of those little pint containers that you get in the grocery store. She got a flat of them, 8 of them. And she kept 3 and then I had 5. So they were taking up a lot of space in my refrigerator. I cut one up last night to put in a fruit salad. And then today, my husband says, would you make a strawberry pie? So I've got one washed. I don't have any pie crust. We got to go get one of those. And then the other 3 I've chopped up and put in a boiler with a little bit of water and stewed down to get the juice because I'm not ready to make jelly. So in order to keep the berries from going bad, just go ahead and stew the juice down. And when it cools down, I'll put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer. So when I am ready, I'll just incorporate that with what I have. Measure it out and then put it in the bag and write on the bag how much it is. That way, because as you know, if you've ever made jelly, you kind of have to do that. You have to be precise with your measurements. How much jelly, how much sugar to your pectin, whatever. So, got that going on. And of course, I want to redo the commode cabinet, decorate with me for spring Easter, which there's only like one thing Easter on there. I did that last week to go with my last haul, the haul that you'll see before this. And I did the test run with my microphones and I thought they were working. They did work on the test run. I filmed it one time, didn't like it, deleted it, filmed it again. And when I went back to watch it, like yesterday, day before yesterday, I went and looked. I said, let me rewatch it to make sure it's okay. There's no sound. So I have to re-record that in order to tack it on to the next haul and the next video you'll see, which hopefully will come out tonight or tomorrow sometime. And then you'll see this one after that. So don't think I just wear gray shirts all the time. It's the same shirt. You're just going to be seeing it from the back over there. But we'll start with this haul. Now, Friday, we had to go down to Mariana to see some of Jason's family and drop off eggs. Because, you know, eggs are important now. So we had extra eggs and we were taking them to family down there. So did that, did a couple of other things. But we had donations to go to Goodwill. And if you're going to Goodwill to donate, why not go in, right? I mean, I understand this. My husband, however, balks at it. I don't know why. But there was, I saw this. This is the only thing I bought. There were 5 picture frames all taped together. I saw this one peeking out in between some, the ones on top of it. And I was really interested, but I had to buy the whole pack. $4. All of them had their kickstands torn off the back. They're all 5x7s, but all of them had the kickstands torn off. So I had to go buy a back of a cheap frame, 5x7 frame in Walmart, which was $3 or $4. Chunk the rest of it. But I needed the back to make this one work. And this is just a black and white picture of me and Jason at our wedding. But there is the frame. It's just one of those fancy brass kind of frames. It's the metal. And then I had to get a cheap back to go on it. So, anyway, that was the only thing from Goodwill. Now, the rocking chair keeps hitting the front glass, the front windows because of the wind. And it's distracting me a little bit. Sorry about that. Anyway, we went to the estate sale. It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday deal. So today is their half off day. This company, they do kind of the high-end shishi houses, the historical houses. So they are high-end prices. So I didn't go to the first day. Didn't really want to go to the first day. Second day, they don't really, you can ask them. Second day, you can ask if it's a high dollar thing. Hey, would you take this for it instead of the price you have on it? And they may say yes, they may say no. Sunday is our half price day. So we went on Saturday. I didn't anticipate getting much. What I did get, I'm very happy with, and I paid $21 for it all. I'll go ahead and tell you that before we get into it. So one of the first things, and there was a lot of footage there because there wasn't a lot of people inside, so the rooms were kind of empty, so I got a lot of footage. You saw me in the kitchen. When I went off the kitchen into kind of a junk room, I guess, just a catch-all room where they had everything that they didn't want to go through. But they had these, just Scotch paper for $1 a roll. It's good to have on hand. We wrap stuff in it for eBay resale, or if you're storing your breakable stuff between seasons, between decorations, if you don't need it and you just want to store it in a box. This heavy paper is good to wrap stuff in, so it's always good to have around. And $1 a roll, can't beat it. So everything I got, I carried in this box because I didn't carry my bag with me, and my husband was all over the place on his own. So I picked this up, and you've seen me pick up a couple already. The last one was a basket weave pattern, but it had all the guts inside of it and the sewing notions. And I didn't have the heart to take it apart, to take all that out, because what I need it for is a seed carrier. I have one. It's smaller than this and it's neon green, but I needed a bigger one because I'm getting more and more seeds. So this one was there. It didn't have anything on the inside, so that was a plus. Wasn't priced either, so I think she sold it to me for $1 or $2. Not quite sure. But I like the look of it. It's kind of like that Bakelite look. I don't think it is, but it kind of looks like that with this gold detail on the front. And you see how wide it is. It's way bigger than the one I have. So I carried everything in that. It is dirty. I haven't cleaned it up yet. And this, the first thing I'm picking out of it, I don't think they charged us for this. It's a Bible. I think she said we don't do Bibles, so I think it was just thrown in for free. It's a New Testament. And you can see it has seen some trials and tribulations. There's no copyright, but there is an inscription. A 1943. So Linda Sue Cox out of Louisville, Kentucky, August 1943. It always amazes me how things make it from like Kentucky all the way down to South Georgia. It's a small Bible. Unless there were family or an old family memento. I mean, sadly, someone else, the next generation didn't want it, so maybe it just wound up that way. Or she might have collected it herself from a estate sale or a yard sale or something. But I believe that was free. Now, you saw me pick this up in the kitchen. I think it was the only thing I got out of the kitchen. Yeah. I thought it was an okay price. Good price for a little creamer. BH, and it is Shenango. It's only $2. So I thought, it's cute. It'll be, maybe incorporated in some of our summer decor. I don't think it'll be for sale. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that, but that'll certainly go in our decorations. This was probably the last thing I picked up. I saw it. I, make 2 or 3 passes through the house, and I had been in this room. It was the washroom, the washer dryer, and all that, and it was also the place where all the older ball jars were, and the blue ball jars. But anyway, they had a covered porch or an enclosed porch where the Hoosier cabinet was, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. I went out there and I looked through the window and I was looking back into the laundry room, and this was sitting in the windowsill. So I went back in and picked it up. Now, I don't think it's old. I got one kind of like this from Hobby Lobby. Mine has green plastic instead of white. But this, as you can tell, she used the crap out of it. But it's good to clean off vegetables out of the garden, like your carrots or your potatoes, stuff like that, or clean up anything else if you don't want to use it on your dishes. This, you saw me as well pick this one up. At first I thought was it some kind of clock, but no, it is a temperature and humidity guide, and it's from Air Guide. And at the bottom, I don't know if you can see right there at the bottom of the little, it does say Made in the USA by Air Guide Instrument Company, Chicago. So yeah, I like the look of it, and it was only $5. I'm sure this is a mid-century modern look, but it'll find a place of honor among something somewhere. My husband contributed this, and he said they did this. This is 2003, but they did do it with the first Gulf War. This was, of course, after 9/11. Issued by Intelligence Agency of the United States of America. It's a deck of playing cards. And he said what they would do is they would put terrorist pictures on the playing cards instead of the king, the spade, the club. They would put the terrorist pictures on there, and you would, when people played cards, they saw the faces, and when they were out on patrol, maybe they would recognize some of these people. So I thought it was kind of smart to do. But yeah, that was what he picked up, 2003. Now this was in that, there was a Hoosier cabinet on that enclosed porch. It had already been sold. I'd seen it in their pictures. I didn't really inspect it. I don't know if it was in great shape. It did have the flour and the sugar sifter, and it did have the little spice rack in the middle. But other than that, I really didn't look at it too much. I did overhear someone came in and asked the lady doing the sale, had it sold, and she said, yep. And she said, do you mind telling me how much? And she said $495. So she was giving her the name of the woman who did buy it. So I guess she was going to call and see if she'd sell it to her. I don't know. But all the stuff that was staged on it was still for sale. I was looking in the drawers. I do like that. You know, just look in the drawers and see little odds and ends. I found this. There was a couple of other silverware, but I've got plenty. Really don't need this. But I thought it was just an odd little spoon. And then someone has used it to beat the crap out of something. But it is really, really tarnished. Probably a sauce spoon, like a mayonnaise or Cool Whip spoon, something like that. Or whipped cream spoon. I don't know if they had Cool Whip back in the day. This was also in there, and I have plenty of wooden spoons as well. But this was just a tiny bit different. It does have a paint pattern on it, on the handle. And it does say Made in the USA on the back side of it. It was only $1, so you know, it was nice. And it has been used in its lifetime really well. But I don't have any that have this, so I'm going to try to find a way to incorporate that in some of our decor. This, accidental collections, you wind up in them somehow very innocently, and then 2 months later, you've got 500 of something you never thought you'd have. I have one, so this is the second one. Off that junk room, where I got the paper from, there was like a guy room where all the tools and all were. Jason was in there one time. He was looking through stuff. I went in there and looked. Hanging on the wall was a little whisk broom. And you can see it's not that big. But it's seen its share of turmoil, that's for sure. But yeah, a little dirty whisk broom. I think she charged me $1. This was in the junk room as well. They had boxes of frames. No prices, but I think she said I'd give it to you for $1. This is the only one I picked up. The rest of them were just ordinary, average frames. The glass does keep slipping. I think I'm gonna have to put some more padding behind it to keep that glass in place. But it is heavy, it is metal, and this is cloth. I don't know if you would call it silk. I don't know if you get that far, or damask, whatever that is. You can see it kind of there. But it does say the Western Gallery on the kickstand. But I thought I like that 5x7 picture frame. Really Victorian look to it to me. The last thing I just said about the accidental collections that you get into. I thought when I picked this up, I might be making a mistake. Because I have seen, not very often, but I have seen these before. And I haven't picked them up. But I did this one today. She had a few in there in the sewing room. If you saw me in the sewing room looking at them. It's a bonnet. It's an old-fashioned bonnet. And I do believe this is a real deal. I don't think this is a reproduction. Just because of the pattern of the cloth. But also it's just worn. It does have a stain there. And it's got a hole or two there. But I believe this is a real deal. And it was $5. Yeah, $5 if I can get it in there. Don't know what I'll do with this. I have no intention of wearing it. But I'll try to figure out a way to display it. You can see on the inside how they had a drawstring there to kind of draw up the back of it. Tighten up the back of it. So you'd have something to shield your neck from getting sunburnt, and then shield your face and your eyes up front. So, a bonnet. But like I said, I may be hurting myself getting into a new collection that I had never really intended to do. So, there's that. We are done with this haul. This haul and the footage of the sale will be together. And then, like I told you, I'm going to go over here and try to refilm the decorate with me of that commode cabinet. So thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this. Please come back if you did. Leave a comment. We do like reading them and responding to them. And thank you. I hope you have a great week ahead of you. And I hope wherever it is, wherever you are, it's pretty weather. See you again.